Blog Talk Radio.
And good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. Welcome to Psychic Cafe here on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. We're simulcasting on YouTube. And I've got Michelle with me here. I billed the show today
Hi,
as
everybody.
Dax and Friends because it's a mystery who's actually going to show up. I mean, I knew Michelle was going to show up. And I had asked Michelle and Charlotte to show up because normally Ellie's here on Thursdays, but she's had a rough couple of weeks and she couldn't make it last week. I wasn't sure if she was going to make it today. So I asked Charlotte and asked Michelle to pop on the show. And both of them said thumbs up, when I was talking to them this morning. But I don't know if Charlotte's napping right now. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Yep. I sent her some messages, but anyway, she might pop in late, which is fine. That'd be really cool if she made it. I was trying to make wouldn't it be cool if like there was four of us here?
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, we've had shows with three of us on.
She made it.
I don't
Woohoo.
I don't know if we've hit four yet or not. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, that's
Hi,
awesome.
Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte. Charlotte's coming on right now. There she is. Oh, and she's in uniform, Michelle. She's got the purple on. Ah,
Yes, I like it.
that's
You
our
go, girl.
that's our colors at the new Psychic Cafe website. Yeah, yeah. The
My
Ciro Marchetti.
favorite. It's my new favorite shirt.
Oh, nice. Ciro Marchetti made our original logo, which is like in a gold. It looks like a
hmm
solid, gold plate thing that would go on a wall or something. It's really cool. But because of that coloring structure, I always did a lot of browns and things, kind of like the colors here in the Llewellyn deck,
Oh, yes.
you know, and been doing that for 20 years. We're about to have our 20th anniversary. And I was like, well, for the new website, I want it to be more inclusive than just tarot. It's the home of the Tarot Guild, home of the Psychic Talk Network, but Psychic Cafe. So it's psychic, it's open to everything, animal communication, psychic mediumship, numerology, astrology, tarot, the whole thing, you know. And so I wanted to go with something different for the color scheme. I love orange, which I would occasionally sneak the orange colors in on the old Tarot Guild website because I love orange, but I didn't want to do all orange. It just didn't feel right. And my other favorite color is purple and it's more regal. And I thought, oh, yeah, you know. Plus, what we're like 80% female
hmm
guild, and this kind of stuff anyway, and it tends to appeal more to the ladies. So it's like that's how we ended up doing that anyway. If anybody wondered where the color scheme came from and why it's called psychic.cafe, why we didn't just build a new website and put it on thetarotguild.com, which is the old URL. And
Right.
the Ning website's still up, but we officially shut it down. I mean, it's still there, but all the functionality went away because like chat, groups, blog posts, videos, articles, everything's going on Psychic Cafe now, and we all have our profiles and custom pages on psychic.cafe. So that's where it's all happening now. Um, thetarotguild.com, I think, still points over there, but very shortly, I'm going to be making pages on the new website, psychic.cafe, for like, I already made one, I think, for Psychic Talk, but I want to make one for the guild, for certification, either as a psychic advisor or a tarot reader or numerologist, if you take my course. I have groups for them, but I don't have like a page for my course. I don't have a page for certification, a page for joining the guild, all that stuff that's on the old Tarot Guild site. I still got to build those pages. And I'm going to have the tarotguild.com point at those pages, but they'll actually be on the new website. I'm like, well, why have multiple websites? It's like,
yeah.
yeah. So how's everybody doing? How are you doing, Charlotte?
I'm good. I'm just doing my saging again.
Oh yeah,
you know, I
that happened on
found
Monday.
I found myself have some neighbors that had some neighbors that were really not nice people. And I try not to talk about them because I feel like it just brings in negative energy, but somehow they keep coming up. And I'm like, I've got to resage everything because I have brought in the negative energy, and I just am now getting around to it. So, but it brings good energy for the show too as well. And because
Awesome.
remember I did that on Monday, and Monday was hot. Monday
Yep.
was a really hot energy day. So
Oh, and before you got here, Charlotte, I was talking to Michelle. We decided when we were still in the green room that we're not going to do cards for the show today like we normally do. Instead, we're going to pull a card for Biden and pull a card for Trump in the debate, because the debate is happening right now. In fact, if we don't get any callers or anybody in chat, that's why everybody's watching the debate. I heard it's going to be, like, I don't know, 70 million people or something are supposed
Oh
to
my
watch the
gosh.
debate, or
Yeah.
two-thirds or three
I,
quarters.
now I feel like I need to sage my brain.
Yes,
There, right there.
you do.
There's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of evil, things that are not right
And
there. I
by
mean,
the way, I'm just kidding, folks. I'm just kidding. We do have callers. Okay. By the way, when we started the show, we connected with Blog Talk with the studio, and it told us that the system was having issues and hung up on us. So I gave it another try, and it seems to be working now. And then phone
Yeah.
calls have come in. So, but it looked like we weren't going to have phone lines yet again, and almost broke our streak. I think we're up to 6 or 7 or 8 shows now where we've had the phone lines and the radio broadcast simulcast going, which is great. And so it looks like it's still working. We'll be going to phone lines shortly here, but I'm going to pull a card, and I'm using the Llewellyn deck. Remember on the last show, I promised that. I said, I'm going to use
Yep.
the Llewellyn deck because it's so pretty and people wanted
it,
to see it.
I wanted to see it. I definitely am
I'm
happy that you remembered.
I'm just
I actually went looking for that after you told me about it, and
uh-huh.
um,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
oh,
I'm gonna have
Charlotte,
to just start putting money in the kitty.
you're stealing my thunder, Charlotte. I was just about to go into that. So it's actually really difficult to find a copy, but you can still buy it on Llewellyn's website. So I've got the URL right here, psychic.cafe/Llewellyn. There are 4 L's and 2 E's in Llewellyn. It's LLEWELLYN. So just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/Llewellyn, and that will take you right to the page with the Llewellyn Tarot. I think it's well, here, let me grab that.
I think it's like Llewellyn.com. I'm
Well, yeah, obviously. I'm talking about the actual page and the pricing and everything. No, so I
Yeah.
I made a Psychic Cafe URL to take you to that page on the Llewellyn site. It's not an affiliate link. We don't make any money out of this or anything like that. We just like this deck so much. We want everybody to get their hands on this deck. So there's the URL. Open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/Llewellyn, and it'll take you right to the Llewellyn Tarot, $31.99. You can still get it. It's a stunning deck done in watercolor. It's very close to Waite Smith. In fact, minor arcana cards are identical. They're just done, differently and better. But they're basically the same scenes. But if you look at them closely, you can see how they're enhanced more. The drawings are better, the coloring's better, everything's better about it. It's a better image, but it's the same identical like symbolism and how they're standing and sitting and facing and all that stuff. Everything's the same in the minor arcana. Now the major arcana are slightly different. They are Welsh mythology. In fact, let's see if I can grab one real quick. How about one of my favorite cards, the Hermit card? So this is Mirrodin, which you guys know as Merlin, right? This is Mirrodin from Welsh mythology, the Hermit. And so, they convey the energy of the individual major arcana card, and it's listed with the number, not in Roman numerals, but in regular numerals right here at the bottom. But then they have whatever figure or mythology or whatever's being depicted in the actual image, they have the name of it at the top. And I love Mirrodin. That's so cool. Look at that. Love it. Lighting the way through the night there. Awesome stuff. So yeah, grab your copy of the Llewellyn deck, and it's few dollars more than your typical deck, maybe if you're buying them in the $18 to $24 range, but it's worth it, and it's going to become a collector's item because I don't think it's even in print anymore. It's just their stock at Llewellyn. You can't get it on Amazon. You can get the companion book. And in fact, they have a Kindle version of the companion book. Yeah. So go check that out, folks.
I will say that
there's the book. There's the book. Michelle's showing the book.
There's some interesting decks that you just don't see. I mean, yeah, they're on that Llewellyn site. Besides,
there's so many good things.
Yeah, that you're just not going to find anywhere else because
they
seem real and unique decks.
So while we are all pulling our cards for the debate, I want to let people know a few things. First of all, if you're watching us on YouTube, which is psychic.cafe/live, always takes you to the YouTube show, and you can get into the chat there. That's our chat room. I see Dan in there and Sean in there.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean. Yeah.
Hey, all you chatters.
I want to let you know that if you're in there, you can call us on the phone, guys. It's 714-816-4628. Now, as soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That lets us know you want to be live on air. 714-816-4628. And we'd love to chat with you. Otherwise, you can ask your questions in the chat. And by the way, if you are dialed in and want to see us, Michelle and Charlotte and I, or if you're listening on one of the players somewhere, on a website somewhere, you might be on blogtalkradio.com listening live. Just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/live. And write that down because it's good for all of our shows all week long. Just like the phone number, write that down too. It's good for all of our shows. So psychic.cafe/live. Jump into the chat with us here. And then the number again, 714-816-4628. Give us a call. Awesome sauce. And then real quick, the secret. The secret. I'm going to put all of our URLs up here. Look at this. I got Michelle and Ellie and Charlotte and me. And here's our sale going on right now, psychic.cafe/pride. But I want to call your attention to the psychic.cafe/coffee URL, our coffee page. In fact, it's scrolling right down here. So after I take these URLs down, you can still find it in the scroll. grab us a cup of coffee at psychic.cafe/coffee if you're enjoying these shows. But also, if you want to jump the line, that's right. If you want us to take your question in chat first, or take your phone call on the phone lines first, go over to psychic.cafe/coffee, buy us a cup of coffee, and then in the chat on YouTube, type in, "Hey Dax, just bought you a cup of coffee. My name is so and so. My area code is such and such." We'll bring you right on. No waiting. Go right to your call. If your question's in the chat, not on the phone lines, we'll go right to your question. No waiting. You can ask additional things. We'll spend more time with you. That is the secret sauce. Our coffee page.
That's right.
Psychic.cafe/coffee. Let me know in chat that you bought us a cup of coffee.
And the thing is, you know what? Above and beyond the tip, which is absolutely lovely, it's fun for us to get that because it gives us a chance to spend a little more time with that person. And that's how I feel about the tips. Yes, I'm grateful for any money, but I really like being able to spend a little bit more time with the person that's asked the question that we're doing the reading for.
Yeah, and that's Charlotte, that's worked out really good in the past. We've had gosh, I can't remember their names now. There was the one guy and the other person was a lady.
The last one was James that I remember.
Oh yeah, James. Yeah, and so we went right to their question or call, and we got to spend more time with them. And hey, that's how it works. Yep. Hey, Dan asked me to put a linkable link into the chat. Dan, are you talking about the coffee one? I just popped the coffee one in psychic.cafe/coffee. And in your browser, you can just put that psychic.cafe/coffee. You can do www.psychic.cafe/coffee or the https:// if you want to bother with all that. But you don't have to, because modern browsers just pick it up. You just type in psychic.cafe/coffee. So go ahead, and we'll give some time for people to go do that. Grab a cup of coffee and be the first caller at 714-816-4628. Dan says, no, the Llewellyn one. Yes, actually, that makes sense because Llewellyn's difficult to spell. In fact, Dan missed an L. Llewellyn. There's the link. There you go, Dan. A linkable link that'll take you right over where you can grab the Llewellyn deck. And if anybody else, finds it out there on one of there's a lot of websites that have their own private stock that do tarot decks and Lenormand decks and Oracle decks and stuff like that. If you guys find anything, let us know and we'll publicize and send some business to them too. We're not making any money off any of this. We're just giving you the best books and decks and things we find. And if we do have an affiliate link for it, we will tell you, and we will use an affiliate link because a little bit of kickback from Amazon, keeps our lights on. But a lot of the stuff that we promote are, things like the Llewellyn deck, where there's no affiliate link for that. It's not on Amazon. We're just sending you to the Llewellyn's website to get it. We promote a lot of Kickstarters and things like that and projects. We don't make any money on that stuff. We're just promoting really good tarot decks, tarot books, things like that. So yeah, the debate is raging right now, and I would love to be watching what's happening. It's kind of like NASCAR. No one watches NASCAR to watch the cars go around the loop, to go around the track and to do well and everything. No one cares about that. They're waiting for the fuck ups. They're waiting for the crashes, the car crashes, the pileups, the flames, the cars flipping in the air, the explosion. That's why people watch NASCAR.
Yeah, like hockey. It's like why people watch hockey. They don't watch hockey to watch the goals. They watch it for the fight.
I went to a perfectly good fight, and a hockey game broke out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep. Oh, by the way, no coffee or tea, even though we're in the cafe. I'm doing the soda and the water because
I'm doing water.
it's too freaking hot here in Tucson, folks. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've got the ice water tonight too.
Yeah. But I brought up the NASCAR thing because that's what I think of with the debate. You got
Yes.
you got more than half the country, or the world for that matter, tuning in just to see who fucks up the most.
Right.
So this is what
Well, and the thing about that is though is there will never be an agreement about who actually fucks up the most.
Mhm.
I
Right.
mean,
Yep.
it's depending on who you're
Everybody puts their
backing.
spin on it.
Yeah, depending on who you're backing, that's gonna the
So
opponent is the one that you know.
you guys tell me what you got. I'm gonna go first though. I got the 6 of Swords for Trump. 6 is a success number, and in the card, and like I said, Llewellyn, but it's based off the Waite Smith. This is actually what it looks like in the Waite Smith, only there's more of the rough seas, so you get a better idea what's happening in the Waite Smith version. And there's a little bit of rough seas on the right side of the boat, but the boat is moving into the calm seas towards the goal, which is on the other side of the body of water. It's headed towards the shore across that way. And we're not talking a speedboat here, folks. I always point out it's like, the gondolas in Venice. It's an oarsman. This is not a speedboat. You can see the two people huddled together. And there's all these swords they're taking with them. Swords are thoughts and ideas. It's like the boat is slowed and weighed down by too many thoughts and ideas. However, it's making headway towards the goal on the other side of the coast, which in this version you can barely see it out there. In fact, it's all fog. You're heading into a fog bank here, and so it looks really good for Trump. This is success, but a couple things that I got right away looking at it was, how it's moving into the fog, and he's moving away. And with the two huddled people in the boat, it's like he's leaving is what I saw. And I'm like, no, it can't be that good. Anyway, but taking it at face value, possible good stuff for Trump. Now, for Biden, I get the King of Wands. This is really good. Fire energy. I get the feeling from this card that he'll be fiery. He'll stick to his guns. He's gonna, just like when he did the what was it, the State of the Nation, and people were shocked how good he was. Snap, snap, snap. He wasn't like Trump's been trying, and the MAGA cult people have been trying to, say he's in so much of a fog, and he can't put two sentences together or two words together to make a sentence, and which is all bullshit. But it was very, very shown in the State of
Oh,
the
we're
Union
having
address.
a swearing night tonight. I like it.
And it looks like he's gonna have another night like that. And plus, King of Wands. So I'm thinking king, right, Michelle? Like presenting as presidential, seeming in charge. It could be a very good night for him too. So we'll have to wait and see what actually happens, but that's what I'm getting in the
Yeah.
cards. And it will be interesting. Here's another thing too. uh the king is sitting there pointed off to the leftish, but looking out towards us a little bit more than in the Waite Smith version. And then in the one for Trump, okay, the 6 of Swords, um all their backs are to the audience. Isn't that interesting? So that's what I got there. Who wants to go
Interesting.
next? You,
Okay.
Michelle? What'd you get, Michelle?
So I just did some shuffling for Trump. I got, which is really interesting here, I got the Seven of Pentacles. And in the Kipper deck, I got the Courthouse, which I
Oh,
think is comical because we know this
that
is
is hilarious. You got the courthouse. I wonder if that's going to come up in the debate, all of his court proceedings, and that he's also a convicted
right.
felon now. That is hilarious. What's the other
That's,
one? What are you getting from that seven? What is this?
I'm
Seven of
getting
Pentacles?
that he has a lot of choices in the
Okay.
financial realms that has to be made. And I think there's going to be a lot of questions about that in
Mm-hmm.
tonight's debate for him.
It's the first time in recorded history that a big chunk of all the fundraising being um, raised for the campaign funds are going to pay his lawyers.
Right.
That's never
Yeah.
happened in our politics before. I mean, it's like, give me a break, people. I'm sorry, you people donating are out of your freaking mind. You are so stupid.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And
Call a
that's going
spade
to
a
be a
spade.
big holdup. Yeah.
It's
And
like,
then,
oh my god.
but then for Biden, I got the Four of Swords, which
Oh yeah,
means
I love that
I'm
Forest Swords.
seeing it's his time to take a rest, to
Ah,
maybe stop living that privileged life that he's been living and step back and take that rest.
hmm,
I think this might be a night for him to get tired. I think this is going to be an eye-opening night for him.
could be. We shall see. I'm gonna have to watch like replays of it now.
Right? It's on the TV, but I can't hear it. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna play it back or find clips on YouTube or something. We'll
yes.
probably
Yeah.
have replays on MSNBC and CNN and
Mhm.
where.
Yep.
What about you, Charlotte? Did you decide to play the game?
I
And
I took it a little different route, I
okay,
suppose. Um, because because I'm Charlotte.
well, but it's
You
fun.
know, and
Yeah.
so what I came up with, I pulled out of three different decks, and I brought my good buddy Kyle Gray with me tonight.
Oh,
I don't
cool. Yeah.
often bring him, but he used to be my go-to. But what I found interesting was this is the card. This is Gaia, which is the resilient spirit, Mother Earth. Um, she was on when I opened the deck tonight. When I opened the box and was doing my smudging and stuff, she was on top. And so I buried her, like you do with your when you're done with your cards, and shuffled
Yeah.
and cut the deck, and look who came back up again. And it's all about being grounded. It just is about being grounded and knowing your way, and like just knowing, feeling within yourself, as I'm taking as you're watching this very divisive debate going on between these two very powerful people who, you know, are interesting people, to say, for lack of a better word. But to find the peace in yourself, to go with them. And then uh I I went to my deck that I've been using here, my Shaman's Dream, and it's the Woodwives, and it's the adaptability card, which again talks about staying grounded, but knowing, you know, it's a chance to do something new, but you're not sure how far to go. Anyway, it's just about staying grounded and looking within yourself, and instead of and knowing within yourself, instead of like going. Sorry, the dog just picked up his piggy toilet makes a very strange noise. If you can hear it, I'm sorry. It sounds
Don't
kind
worry
of
about
farty.
it.
It sounds kind of farty. Anyway, but instead of like going with the the herd mentality of like the lemmings going over the cliff, you need to find your own way, be rooted. And then another one from the same kind of the same thing, and it was the staff. And again, it just talks about right now we're caught in the middle of like severely opposing forces, and um again, just using your own. I mean, it was the same message across all three decks. I'm not gonna keep talking, and because I feel like I'm just like beating it into your head, and you maybe got the message with the first card. But I thought it was interesting that all three decks basically gave me the same message. Stay grounded, use your own intuition, and that's because it was my question was, what do we need to know that's going to help us the most with this debate tonight? And so, and thinking maybe that was, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut up now, and let's get, and we can get to the people in chat that have questions and callers and whatnot. Because
Absolutely.
I honestly, I don't do well with um the egregious wrongs that have been done, and the fact that people can still overlook them. I really have a hard time um
Mm.
finding peace within myself and saying, you know what, that's their problem. I say, how can they not see, you know, how wrong that is? And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, that's why I didn't. That's why.
Yeah, and
That's kind of why I went a different route with the.
that's fine, Charlotte. We rarely ever get into politics on these
No, I know.
shows.
Yeah,
It's just I thought it'd be fun
yeah,
because
Yeah.
I agree.
yeah, because I mean it's going on right now while our show is on the air. So I
Hmm.
thought that was very, interesting.
Yeah, I think, and I think, I thought the cards you guys pulled, I thought were really interesting, and I
Yeah,
thought they were
yeah.
really
Yeah.
apropos.
And I have
And
ideas. I have ideas from the cards what I think's gonna happen, but I'm also, wanting to, see and see if I make other connections after I, watch some of the debate.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
Yeah.
so in the chat, Ladybug came in as well. Hi,
Hi,
Ladybug.
Ladybug.
I
If
made
you
it
got,
bug.
we don't have a lot of people in the chat tonight like we normally do, but uh,
Yeah.
well, we were down on one of the Thursday, a couple of Thursdays, and Ellie couldn't make it. Hopefully she'll be back in a week or two or three. But I like doing this, so maybe next week we could do this again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do yesterday's show, and that was because both Michelle and I had a lot of things that we did. We both went to the DMV, or in my state they call it the MVD, Motor Vehicle Department. I'm still
Oh, okay.
I'm still used to California. It's DMV,
DMV.
and
Yeah.
no one wants to go there, and no one wants to deal with that. So it's like,
No.
yeah, I mean, between that and all the other errands and things I did and work I did yesterday, I was pooped. I was like, yeah. And Michelle was too. It's like, so we mutually decided, hey, let's just go on the show, have Michelle come on the show tomorrow. I didn't know if Ellie was going to be here today or not. And then asked Charlotte to join us too, because hey, why not? Let's make it a party. Yeah.
That's right.
And Dan says a lot can happen between now and November. Yes, that's true. That's true. Although I was pulling cards more for this particular thing, the debate. I'm not
Mhm.
saying I wasn't like predicting an outcome, wait
Yeah.
in November or something like that. I'm just saying what's going to happen with tonight's debate. I have the two cards. Now I'm going to wait, see, and then compare what I got in the cards to what actually happens. It'd be very interesting. So no
Yes.
questions yet in the chat, but I wanted to put it out there. If you guys got a question, you guys see the hands there, just pop one of those hands, or there's the nice pink one that you can get from the YouTube chat, big hand. I just put the hand and put, can I have a general reading, or could I get a message from my guides, the angels, a message from the universe, please? Something along those lines. If you just want us to pull a card. If you have a very specific question, put the specific question in the chat, and we'll take them in the order that they came in. Like Ladybug just put work reading, please. That's all we need. Something like that. Some kind of direction. If you can be more specific, if there's something specific you want to know, that's even better, but we'll pull a card. And because there's the three of us, whenever we have a lot of readers, we try to just like, let's try to keep it to a card or two, ladies, and zip through as much of this as we can. We've got a few phone calls going there. This is the perfect time to call in if you're listening live, 714-816-4628. Press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through. Before we do anything else, real quick, I am going to mention I still don't know when we're going to get a show from Catherine. I've been messaging her, but have not been able to get back from, get her back, or for her to get back to me, or for a while. I don't know what's going on. Last time I talked to her, she was on it, so we will see. But there's not going to be a show most likely tomorrow unless she gets something to me tonight or tomorrow morning. She was going to do pre-recorded shows, definitely not a live show tomorrow, and no live show on Saturday either. We're skipping it because it's like the 5th Saturday or something, so we're skipping that. But on Sunday, I'm going to be joined by the fabulous Pamela Steele. And that show's going to be 11 a.m. San Diego time, 2 p.m. New York. So our weekend normal day show times, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then Monday, hopefully Charlotte will be joining me. Look at that, Charlotte.
Yes.
Monday,
I
6:30
have a hard
p.m.
time liking pictures of myself, but look who's come to.
Well, now that you have your new purple outfit, I've got to get
visit.
I've got to get a new picture of you with your new favorite purple outfit, especially because it matches our colors.
Yes.
So I got to see if maybe during the show, just take a second and go, and smile and just stand like that, and let me know when it was, and I will just, I'll take a still from our video here. Actually, this one is a still from the first live show that we did together on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Edgar. Pretty kitty.
Oh, I want to ask you, Michelle, we could do a show like we normally do on Wednesdays if you'd like, but we're going to do the Thursday too. If you want to skip the Wednesday show, let me know. We can do that, or we could do both. I'm happy.
Okay.
Yep. And then hopefully, like I said, we'll do Thursday like we're doing it tonight. Hopefully next Thursday or the one after, or maybe after summer. It might be till after summer before Ellie can make it back. I don't know. We'll see when she can make it back, right? And then we're coming up on the beginning of July. And so Michelle will be having her Michelle's Mystic Corner shows the 2nd and 4th Saturdays. So that is going to be the 13th and the 27th of July. So tune in on those dates. I don't have any topics or guests yet, so you need to get that to me, Michelle.
Okay.
And then, of course, also on the opposite Sundays, the 2nd and 4th Sundays. So the Sunday after each Mystic Corner show, which I never thought, Michelle, that's another way to think of it. So on those Sundays, Yeah, on those Sundays we do a live discussion and Q&A.
That worked. Yeah.
Yep. So instead of a show, it's still like a show because we're all, getting together. Only it's only on Zoom. It's not broadcasted. Although we've had suggestions from Dan and some people to maybe broadcast some of them. So we're thinking about that. But right now they're private, which I kind of like that. We all get on the
Yeah.
Zoom and it's just us. The URL doesn't change. So, the second and the fourth Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, you just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/Zoom, and that'll take you right into the Zoom. And you don't have to wait till 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. You can come in 15, 20 minutes, half hour early. We open it like 40 minutes before the actual Zoom. So if you want to get extra, meet and greet time, coffee and tea time, meet each other, get some extra questions in, extra Q&A and discussion. I can share my desktop, run you through the new website, the new psychic.cafe website, any features or help with your profile or anything you need with your custom pages and stuff like that. Any questions you have about the Tarot Guild, we're in our 20th year, folks, the international organization for professional readers, psychic advisors, as well as students and enthusiasts for the last 20 years, since 2004. And if you have questions about our Psychic Talk network, how can you become a radio host, podcaster, YouTuber, and not have to go do it all on your own? Because we've already done it. We have taken care of going through the learning curve so you don't have to. That's right. And you can ask any general questions about tarot or psychic ability or numerology or anything that we cover on the shows. You can ask questions about that. The only thing we don't do on these Zoom discussions and Q&As, we don't do readings. Okay, so none of your personal questions. We do that here on these shows only. On the discussions, it's actual Q&A. It's actual questions about the tarot guild, about the psychic cafe, things like that. Okay. And then the angelic view is on summer break. Maria G. Moss will be back beginning of fall. She does have a sale going on her course. I think no, the sale might be over. Or did she start the summer sale? See, I can't remember now, Michelle.
I don't remember.
But I know she's got a free where you can test it out. And here, let me just play the ad for you. Here you guys go.
Have you ever felt a divine presence and wished you could communicate more clearly with angels? Do you want to learn how to bring angelic wisdom and healing into your personal and professional life? Are you looking for a way to enhance your spiritual practice and connect with like-minded individuals? You're invited to a free preview of the Certified Angel Practitioner course. Enjoy lifetime access, structured lessons, personalized feedback, and flexible payment plans. Plus, you can become certified through the International Association of Angel Practitioners. Our supportive community and easy-to-follow program format will help you overcome challenges like lack of confidence, inconsistent connection, fear of judgment, and information overload. Make new friends and network with other spiritual entrepreneurs. Don't miss out. Visit mariagmoss.com for more details and a free preview of this transformative course. Enroll today and start your journey to becoming a certified angel practitioner.
Awesome. So there you go. And I want to mention, just had my 60th birthday, Dax's 60th birthday. So for my birthday, I'm doing readings for $60. So that is a discount off what my regular price is, $99.99. So you're saving like $40. So that, as well as our lifetime Tarot Guild membership, is also on sale for $260. One payment, you get my course free, you get your certification free, and you get membership for life. Yes, you don't have to pay the $78 a year membership, or when it's on sale, it's like $47 or something like that a year. This is a one and done. You pay the $260 and it's paid up for life. And you'll find that at psychic.cafe/pride. both of those, my birthday readings for $60 and the lifetime Tarot Guild membership for $260. You guys can guess where we got the 60s from. Yeah, getting old there, you know. But this is going away. It's going away this weekend. Yeah, there's only a couple, 2 or 3 days left on this sale. It's for Pride Month and my birthday month, June, which is obviously ending. So get over there, grab this while you can. Psychic.cafe/pride. We will have a summer sale. We always do. Every year we have a sizzling summer sale. But you know what? The lifetime membership's going to be gone, folks. That's right. We're going to have some great specials on annual, but it's going to be every year. So you want to grab the lifetime membership while you still can at psychic.cafe/pride. And of course, our coffee page we mentioned earlier in the show, psychic.cafe/coffee. All righty. So let's pop over to the phone lines. We're going to go to area code.
Don't we have a question for Ladybug?
Oh, yeah, there's questions in chat, but I go to phone lines first, then questions in chat.
Okay.
Yep. Phone lines first, priorities. We're going to go to area code 475. Caller, are you there? 475?
Certainly I am.
Who is it?
It's Sean.
Oh, it's Sean. Hi, Sean.
We knew that. Hi, Sean.
Well, I couldn't hear him at first.
Hi.
It was very, very low, so I had to turn my volume up. How you been, Sean?
Oh, good. Doing real well tonight. I'm so glad I got on because I have some things I want to share with you guys. And first, I have to address Jill as she's in the chat. Thank you so much for mentioning not needing clairvoyant, as I had went to see somebody who I know, and she said the exact same thing. So thank you, Jill.
Well, she's not in the chat tonight, but she listens to the replays. But I'll mention to it the next time she pops in the chat. Maybe she'll pop in a little while. I don't know. She's not in there right now, Sean, but we'll get that message to her.
Oh, yeah. I talk to her every day.
And speaking of which, I had a clairvoyant moment Tuesday morning, and it was almost like the film The Cell with Jennifer Lopez, where I actually connected with you, Michelle, of all people. And I'll tell you what I saw, because this is amazing, that I saw a burning fire, no smoke, and there's people below watching the fire in awe of what they're seeing. And to the right was 2 tongs, and to the right, a pack of neatly stacked blocks that turn out the gigantic tarot cards. And with that came 2 messages. And one of those goes to Michelle's husband, Dan, which is he is not to interfere with Michelle's passions, as her fires will consume him one way or the other. And it's best for him to do things the easy way, not the hard way. And the second message was that we know that this is what Michelle does best. This is the real Michelle that we're seeing right now. And she loves us, she loves her tarot, and she loves the show that she does. So it's very important that she knows all those things.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. It was amazing. I just had to share. I could not wait to share that with you.
Wow. Yeah, that is wow.
Yeah, the fire was so amazing to see that fire and to see the people below just in awe of that fire. And also that I have a card I want to share with you guys, and then you can draw cards based on what this card is. From my friend Elisa. And the card reads as follows. Thanks to you, and I added, to my one and only Elisa. Just wanted to tell you how much you are appreciated, and I added, as well as loved, and I signed my name to it. And I'm sure how she's going to react, but I would love to have cards drawn.
And Michelle is working on that. While she's doing that, real quick, I'm going to say hi to Ritu in the chat. Hi, Ritu. Let us know if you got a question in the chat. Ladybug's got a question. Also, Dan wants to know, what does my birthday have in store for me this year? So we'll be pulling cards on those questions in chat as soon as we get done with a phone call or two here. Michelle's
Okay.
pulling cards right now for Sean. What are you getting, Michelle?
So the first card I got is the Justice card, which tells me there is going to be a balance. So you're asking what the emotion is going to be, correct?
Yes, her reaction.
Okay. So it's going to be a balanced reaction. I also got the Hermit, which tells me she's going to get a lot out of this card. This card is going to fill her with a peace that is going to give her a balance that she's been looking for. And I got the King of Cups, which represents you. And this is going to show her that you do hold those feelings. And it's going to answer a lot of questions for her.
She's a wonderful lady, too. She's quite pretty, but also she has this amazing sense about herself that is quite interesting. And also she has a New Zealand background. She has this beautiful way of speaking that just is so drawing that, but if you heard her speak, you'd understand that it's not typical American English. There's more of a inflection to it.
Right. Wow. Well, I get a very peaceful feeling. So I really believe she is going to get a very balanced answering feeling from your card.
I had a gut feeling about that, but I just wanted that extra confirmation. Plus, I wanted to share what I had tonight because I thought it was very important.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
Thanks for the call, Sean, too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Or Shane, whatever you want to call me.
Shane. Don't go, Shane. Don't go. Hey, we're going to take another phone call. But before we do that, real quickly, a couple things going on in the chat. One thing, when we were talking about my birthday, Dan said something about it's 2 years and 2 weeks. It's 2 years and 2 weeks younger than Dax. I love how people do text and the wording is always, I think he was trying to say, I am.
Yes.
But anyway, it's 2 years. Anyway, so then I typed back 2 years, 2 weeks, Dan. So you're going to be 58 going on 72. And I put the little emoji of the old guy.
He acts like it sometimes.
Hey, when 800 years you reach, look as good you will not. Hello.
That's right.
And before we go back to the phone lines real quick, I am going to answer that ladybug question real quick.
All right.
It's a work reading. Remember, she wanted, she said current job or something new. Definitely something new. So, and this is a big cosmic wake up call card because it's a judgment. You know, you guys are very familiar. The judgment card comes up a lot on these shows. I call it the cosmic wake up call. Now, look, it's very different in the Llewellyn Dac. So it's like a crypt. And at the top of the crypt, at the entrance, someone's blowing a horn to wake up the individual who is this knight in repose down at the bottom of the crypt. And it's like, you know, bringing back to life because you have work to do. So it's almost, I almost get the feeling like whatever you're doing now, Ladybug, that you're like the guy in the crypt here, you know, and you need to come back to life. And then I pulled a second card to see And sure enough, the Ace of Wands shows up, following your passions, and it's a new opportunity. Definitely, yes, it is something new, not the current job. So that's what I got. And we're gonna go back to the phone lines. Where'd Charlotte go? We lost
I'm
Charlotte.
not sure.
I'm
Oh, there
over
she
here.
is.
I'm just listening, and
Oh, that's okay.
I
Feel-
shut my camera off so
Yeah.
my face doesn't take up, any space on the screen.
So yeah, you guys feel free to pop in and out. No problem. I thought maybe you could do this one, Charlotte. Let's see who's next. Area code 504 has been waiting the longest. Caller, what's your name? 504. Where are you calling in from?
Hi, Deborah from Louisiana.
Hi, Deborah from Louisiana.
There we go. All
Hi.
right.
I was wondering if I could have a message, like a card or angel message. I just been feeling kind of in the dark lately, or a little lost. So any help would be, a message would be great.
Oh, I I know that feeling. Yeah, let me pull some cards and see. I do, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I do kind of feel the energy, that's hanging over you. That's, it's like a little black rain cloud, maybe. And,
Yeah.
what I'm feeling is, without a card, but, it just feels like the world, it just feels like you're tired. It feels like the world is pressing in on you, and you can't seem to break free and find your happiness. And I don't do you ever practice like any kind of grounding exercises where you go out in your bare feet, and and let your connect with Mother Earth, and on your grass, or I mean, it doesn't have to be grass, dirt, whatever, but in your bare feet, and sit with trees, and reconnect with Mother Nature and Earth, and um let that energy come back into you, and uh it'll push the other stuff out. You have to be willing to let the other stuff go, because right now I feel like you're kind of holding the other energy in as well. And just
Okay.
practice some breathing, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And what I like to do, and this helps me so much sometimes, is and of course, this is something that, like, if you do any kind of meditation, this is like something that a lot of people will have you do if you're doing a guided meditation. But picture, roots growing out of the bottom of your feet, down, 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 down into Mother Earth, connecting with her. Let her energy start flowing up through the roots, through the bottom of your feet, into your body. And then as well, connect with, the universe around you, and feel the energy of the universe coming in, the love and the light, and maybe even picture, like, a golden glow around your heart, and just let that, and as you breathe in, picture that glow around you getting bigger and bigger, and pretty soon, and just envision it, I feel like you're feeling, like, you need to know that you're loved. And I'm hearing that you are so loved, so loved. This is such a departure for me, this reading right now. So I hope I'm not disappointing you, but what I'm being told is you're so loved. If you've practiced this little exercise that I've just mentioned to you, it will help immensely with that little black rain cloud that's hanging over your head. And then just, picture that glow with you and see if that doesn't help. And let me hurry and pull a card. But again, I'm just hearing she's loved. She's got so much love. She needs to, if she's forgotten that she's loved, she needs to know that she is, through the people because you have a very loving spirit. And so you touch a lot of people's lives, and I don't think you're recognizing how much you affect people with your love, and with, oh, this is like the absolute perfect card. How much you help with the love. So this is called the Fool's Embrace, and it's called Transmuting Pain. And so that's what I think, like, you've been doing a lot of that. You've been like taking on other people's pain and turning it into love. And sometimes you just get burned out, and you have to take a minute and fill your cup back up. And that's exactly what this card is telling you, is like, yep, you've transmuted a lot of people's pain. You've made a lot of people feel good. And, you are loved. You are so loved. And take care of yourself with this little bit of energy work that I've mentioned to you. So I hope that helps, because
No, it does. I got out of my car yesterday and put my feet on the ground. I did. Maybe I didn't do it long enough, but I do feel burnt out. And it just feels like there's so many bad people around me,
Oh,
and
sweetheart.
It gets to me.
Yes. I could feel that when you first started talking. But yeah, you're right, because I feel those kinds of things as well, and I've been feeling it a lot lately. And then I end up having weepy days. I can't explain it to people. I don't know why I'm weeping about this, but I am. But then if I do a little bit of that energy work, and like, even if you can take a few minutes and, like, with your eyes closed, obviously, look, point your face right into the sun with your feet on the earth, and just let, the sun's energy pour into you, and cleanse yourself. You might, if you have a sage, you might sage, and just try to get rid of, calling Archangel Michael to cut those cords, all those energetic cords that have you bound up right now, and see if that doesn't help. And and you're always welcome to come back and ask for more questions, for more help, for whatever you need. But
it just seems like they're drawn to me, like, even someone that never, like, freaks out on me just started yelling at me, and I was like, it was kind of shocking, because she always holds it together. And someone else said, oh, yeah, I noticed she was tense. I said, oh, she found her outlet on me. But I did put my feet on the ground yesterday. I didn't do it today, but I'll do it today. It's
but yeah,
it was like unexpected sources.
Yeah, they're relying, instead of them transmuting their own pain, they're giving it to you, and they're expecting you to transmute that pain into love. And I, as Archangel Michael is cutting that energetic cord, you can either send that energy right back out into the universe, or you can send it back to them and say, you need to learn to deal with your own energy. This is not my energy to fix for you. That doesn't mean you can't listen, but, and you might try bubbling yourself too, because it sounds like there's something going on that maybe is drawing a lot of people into you right now. So protect yourself after you've cleared all those energetic cords.
Mm-hmm.
protect yourself with it.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Yeah.
call, Deborah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Deb, thanks for calling.
Awesome.
Mhm.
I hope all that helps her out too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes
I
you get ones
love
like
that
that.
card that I pulled for it. I mean, it couldn't have been a more perfect card. That I'm like,
Yeah.
the cards never lie. The cards never lie. And I didn't pull that card until right to the very end of what I was saying. When I told you what the card was, that was right when I had pulled it. So yeah,
Yeah.
interesting the way this energy works.
So we'll see how many more
Happen.
calls that we can take.
Right.
We're actually an hour in. This is when we're supposed to stop. You know, but we never get to stop on time, you know. Again, if you want to jump the line, you just go to psychic.cafe/coffee and you let us know in the chat there on YouTube, psychic.cafe/live. That takes you there. And just let us know, you know, and your area code and your name, and we'll go to your call first. Or if you have a question in the chat. And speaking of the chat, we've got let's see, Ritu had come in anonymously, Ayush, and
Ayush.
there's some questions in there.
Aurora.
Orajai something or other.
Raji.
Aurora
Raji.
Raji just came in.
I
Oh
love
my
that.
god. Trying to pronounce
What
these
is his
names.
name?
Oh, I'm telling you, it's rough every time in that chat. You know, I wish somebody, you know, what I like Ladybug. You know, if you're gonna, you know, if your
Yes.
if your name's difficult to pronounce, or if you want to be anonymous, in either case, put something in there. Ladybug, Starlight, something we can pronounce, folks. You know, it's very simple. Anyway, I do want to answer before we go back to the calls. I want to answer Dan's question about his birthday coming up. Now I kind of lost it a little bit. Oh, before that he was talking about, because was it, I don't know, was it with Sean talking about you and Dan, Michelle?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something about, you know, fire will not consume me, nor our fires blend together. And I had written that it's like, oh, that just means you're a power couple if you're both fire.
Yes.
You know, are you both fire energy?
No, he's water.
That's what I thought. He's Cancer.
Uh-huh. I'm
So
fire. He's water.
So he just has to be careful not to splash out your flames.
Yep.
Damn it, Dan, make sure that you don't do that. But he had asked, and now I can't find it, of course. I'm trying to find it. It's right after bugs. What does my birthday have in store for me this year? Well, I don't know exactly, but I got the Eight of Pentacles. Nice version. Love that. And then the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So, you know, on your birthday, working. I mean, I think right before that, he says, woo, Pamela Steele on my birthday, 58 years young, 2 years, 2 months younger than Dax. And it's like, well, if Pamela Steele's going to be on, then, you know, you're going to be in here monitoring. So you're going to be working on your birthday.
That's right.
No, but what I think it means is that, you know, for your birthday, you see, you're going to be able to balance your finances, you know, with a lot of hard work. And the thing always about this Eight of Pentacles, it's not just hard work, but notice all of the pentacles that he's made, and he's working on a pentacle right now. They're all the same pentacle. It's giving you the hint. It's telling you create mastery through repetition. And that's the clue to being successful and to balance the finances, is by creating something and just working on that one thing over and over again to you master that. And that's what I think is going on here. Also, look at the rough seas. In this version, I love this version. You know, it's in the typical Waite Smith, but in this version of it, it's really rough seas. And look at all the boats, you know, getting tossed around. Meanwhile, the character in the card, who, by the way, has a foxtail, and that fits Dan like you would not believe. And he's able to balance perfectly gingerly on one foot, actually on his toes, while balancing these pentacles while the world's crashing all around him. I think that's a clue for you, Dan, too. So there you go. I hope that helped you out. I'm going to pop those back in the deck there. And we're going to go back to the phone lines. I think, did we do Ritu's?
Don't.
No.
What was Ritu's question? Anonymously had one too, but I thought Ritu had one before.
Intentions
Oh,
of the
yeah.
man.
You know what happened? I'm not 100% sure, but she retracted a message. And I'm wondering if she reposted her question. Now she's after anonymously. So we have to
Yep.
do anonymously's first. See, don't do that.
Yep.
Don't repost your question. We take them in the order they come in. So anonymously, I think, is next. What's coming up for me in the near future? Charlotte, you want to take a stab at that? Just see what comes up
Sure.
for anonymously. And then we're going to, after that, we'll do the Ritus. Michelle, you want to start pulling some while Charlotte's doing the question for anonymously? Ritus was intentions of the man I'm in. Oh, so she's in a relationship with someone and wants to know the intentions. That's interesting. And
I
then,
have to say, tonight is a night of intuition for me. I don't know
oh, good.
why I'm getting hit so
Well,
hard
you
with
don't
it
need the
tonight.
cards then. Just give your intuition.
It's just like crazy because as soon as you ask that, I'm like, it's like immediately, it's like whatever's coming up for her is good. It's good. It's good. It's good. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna hurry and grab a card and see if the card points us in any direction of why it's gonna be good. Oh my good Lord. The card is the Feast of Plenty. Choices and their consequences. I mean, ding, ding, ding. So that's what you got going on. It's like, yeah, only good is coming your way. So what I don't know what on this card we've got a bee, a honeybee that they're known for workers, and a globe like like you can kind of see the future, and the grapes to make wine. And anyway, it's just like that's what is I'm just like, whatever it is, Ritu, it's good. It's I want to come hang with you because you got something good coming, and it just feels like a whole bunch of really good energy is coming your way. I'm sorry that I can't be more specific about it, but that's just even the card is just like Feast of Plenty, so it just sounds like you've got an abundance of something coming, fun, energy, maybe money. I don't know. Hope that helps.
All right. And Michelle, you were doing
Ritu. And I got
Who did I just read for? Didn't I just do Ritu?
No, you did anonymously's question.
Anonymous. Well, anonymous is the same thing. It's just who that question was like. Whatever is.
They knew. They knew it was for them.
Yep.
And then Ritu's question was the intentions of the man that I'm in a relationship with now.
So the first card I got is the Queen of Cups. Let's see if I can angle that. Okay, so He has very strong emotions that he is in control of, and he cares for you very deeply because I got the gift card. And I also got the lover's card. So it is not just, oh, I love you, I want to be with you, but it is also he appreciates you. And so this person cares deeply for you. He has an appreciation for you. And that is more of a true sense of love than a physical attraction, which is there because that is that's the indication of the lover's card. But it goes so much deeper than that because he values you, and that's what the gift card shows.
Cool.
So I hope that is helpful for you.
Yeah. And I'm going to jump to Ayush, who asked about, hello, can you pull some messages about my health? I understand this is not medical advice. Uh-oh. What the heck?
Sorry, that's me. That's me. Sorry. Sorry.
I thought it was Dan screwing something up. Anyway,
Yeah, that's right. It was Dan. I meant it was Dan.
yeah. So for health, I got the Queen of Pentacles. The Queens, by the way, are master number 33, the master healer number. And it's about adopting the position of, the nurturer. You can heal yourself is the message. The 7 of Cups shows up. And by the way, I'm getting all these cups. So a lot of emotions around the health questions. There are alternatives to your current therapies and or medical advice and medical treatments and so forth. Explore all of the alternatives. Okay. And then it looks like you have success because here you are celebrating 3 of Cups. Now, another thing is it could be indicating needing to be working with I'm trying to think of the right word to use, but like multiple practitioners to help you in your health. Also, the power of laughter, the power of just happiness, that is the best medicine. And then this also, like I said, it looks like success because you're celebrating and it's at the end of the reading. And next to that is another success card. So the Chariot, all right, which is the card of victory. Okay. And boy, look at all that water. Something to do with water. Is there water therapy? I don't know. But it's card 7 of the major arcana. And remember, the Cups card, the other Cups card was the 7 of Cups. So 7 and 7. 7 is the seeker. I really think that's what it's pointing at, is that there are, other possibilities that you haven't looked into yet. So that's what I got. All righty. And then, by the way, if we don't get to your call or your question in chat, remember, we can only take so many calls, so many questions. We'll be back on Sunday. Pamela Steele will be here with me.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So Sunday, we're not going to have a show the next couple of days, take a couple of days off. Compassionate Light is on hiatus still from Friday. And it's the 5th Saturday of the month. So whenever we have, the 5th Sunday, 5th Monday, 5th Saturday, a lot of times we take that one off. Okay. So our next live show will be Sunday. And of course, we'll have a show Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. So plenty of time for you to call in if we can't get to your question. Anybody else come in?
Gloria came in. Hi, Gloria.
Gloria, yeah. And
Gloria,
the, re-
Gloria, Gloria.
the reading that I just did, Ayush, she said thank you, anonymously said thank you to Charlotte. Okay. So we'll come
You're
back to the
welcome.
chat. But right now
You think? Sorry.
what? Right now we're going to the phone lines. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like Michelle, like you and I are here in the show, and Charlotte's here in the show, and it's not synced or something. It's like she's not following along with the. Okay. Now we're going back to the phones. Okay, then we'll get back to the chat. We have to get the phone. It's just hilarious. Anyway, 929's been waiting the longest. Hello,
Okay.
are you there, 929? 929, you're live on air. This is what you called in for.
This is what you've been waiting for. Come on.
I love it when they call in and then they just like lay the phone down and walk away and then never come back. And that's happened. I remember a line that we picked up 3 times during the show. They never answered. And then we're playing the outro music and the line is still on the board, and it's like, I actually X'd them out at that point. I went, goodbye. Okay,
That's funny.
We're going to put 929 back on hold. And if we have time, which I doubt we will, but if we have time, we'll come back. But right now we're going to go to 850. Caller 850. Are you there?
Yay. Yes, I'm here. And you were meant to take my call.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Michelle from Florida. And should I go ahead and ask my question?
Yes, absolutely.
I've talked to you guys before. I ended my relationship with my boyfriend over 11 years because of his drug use.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
it is now
remember you.
11 weeks later. Yes, it's 11 weeks later, and he still has not tried to get help. And he's just trying to downplay it like I'm exaggerating, which I know is not true. Well, now he's going to be going to Atlanta to go see his best friend, and that best friend's wife is dying with cancer, and they're going to be calling in hospice, and they want my ex-boyfriend, to come up there and help them do Social Security. And he's helped them before get his Social Security. But my worry is I kicked him out of my house, his best friend, because he brought him methamphetamines. And, he thinks it was no big deal because it was ADHD medicine, but he was erratic on that medicine, and so I think I kind of worry about now I'm not in the picture. So his best buddy was madder than hell at me because I was following him around like a puppy dog. And I'm like, no, I'm just making sure, because he went up there to go fix his propane heater. That's what he does for a living. But so I wasn't following. I mean, yeah, I was following him around, but he knew under the circumstances I didn't want him to go there. But I went ahead and said, okay, I'll go with you. You can fix it for him, but I'm going to stay right there by your side to make sure he doesn't get any drugs from him, because they were giving each other drugs right in front of me. Like you didn't think I could see it, and I did. So I think my question is I worry about him going up there. His wife is dying with cancer. It's really horrible. She looks terrible. And I think I worry about him overdosing. And I don't know what I could say. What could I say? I know he needs to go help his buddy, but I'm also fearful at the same time. I don't want him to die. You there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we're just waiting for you to finish. We wanted to give you time to get it all out there. Who wants to take that one? Michelle?
I do.
Charlotte?
I do.
Charlotte's tuned in on that.
I have really, really strong, and because this is a repeating thing with him. You need to step away from him. I mean, I know you're worried about him and you're concerned about him, but he's got an issue that he's got to deal with on his own. And I was your story did take a little bit of an interesting twist when you're like, I'm worried about him overdosing rather than I'm worried about him taking the medication that this cancer person needs for the last days of their life, which is what I frankly would be more concerned about. But this person he's an adult. He's making choices that he, as an adult, he's free to make. He's gonna make them whether you follow him around or not. I don't care how close you stay to him. He's gonna find a way to do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to do drugs, he's gonna find a way to do it. And you are only hurting yourself by doing what you're doing. You need to make that break from him and
Well, I
and
haven't
make
said
it.
I haven't said anything to him. I was just thinking it, you know.
No, no. You just need to break from him. You need to stay away from him because you cannot fix him. You're not a professional. He doesn't really want help, or he would have gone and gotten help himself, but you're not a professional. You can, as much as you love him and you want to fix him, if love could fix addiction, there would be no addiction. But you can't fix him, and you just are causing. You're only bringing heartache to yourself, and you're taking responsibility for his actions on you, and that's not your responsibility. And you're like, it's bringing energy to you that no. And I think if you let this person go, you're going to find yourself in such a happier place. That doesn't mean you can't love him. That doesn't mean you can't be concerned for him, but you've got to let him make his own mistake and move on. So no, do not go on the trip with him. Do not. I'm like, I feel like I've got whoever is like helping me tonight. They're like almost like knocking on my head. Tell her you find the strongest
No,
words you
I'm
can
not. I'm not
find.
going. Not.
Yeah,
I
and
think you misunderstood. I think you misunderstood. I'm not
I thought you
going.
said
I'm
you were.
not going on the trip with them. No, I've been on a trip with him in the past when he went to go fix a heater, and I didn't want him to go by himself because I knew his buddy would give him drugs. That was
Yeah,
several years ago, like 5 years ago. Like 5 years ago. So
but
I was just concerned this time with his wife dying.
yeah, no, they're like, she needs to make a clean break. She
Yep.
needs to make, and I know that's so much easier said than done. Trust me, I don't think, and the people whatever is helping me, they're like, yes, we understand how hard it is to walk away from something like that, but that is the smartest, the best, and honestly, it's the best love you can give to yourself and to him. And the card that I just pulled is called Straddling Worlds, Wandering Between the Realms. And so it's it's the card. What this card is saying is like, you're trying to live your life and you're
Ooh, it's
trying to
got the
bring him.
purples.
I know, it's a beautiful card. You're trying to bring him back into your realm, but it's not going to happen. But even though you're not gonna, like, well, I'm assuming you're not doing drugs with him, but he's pulling you into that situation where you're not even able to live your own life because you're too worried about him. So this is like wandering
Yeah.
between the realms, and this is saying, you need to get back to your own side, of the fence, basically, and stay there and let him do his thing. And otherwise, you're not gonna, have a life. You're not gonna be living your life. You're gonna be living his life over and over and over and over.
And
So
I hope that helps you out, Michelle.
look how he's reaching up, and I
Mhm.
think this is you asking for help. Help me be strong enough to walk away, and you know. So
Thanks
I
for
hope
the
that.
call. And, not to rush things along, but we are like way over time here. So I'm going to do some speed round things real quick here. Aura was asking about, what can I expect for the month of July? And I got the Four of Wands. So some kind of celebration. It makes sense. Summertime, people go to bar mitzvahs and weddings, especially weddings and things like that. You're going to be going to something, maybe even going camping. Uh, this is fascinating about this card. So this is what I love about the Llewellyn take, Michelle, and you know this from owning the deck, how it's the same thing as Wade Smith, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a better twist or a little twist or better done images or whatever it is.
It's
Now,
different. Yes.
yeah, now this is exactly the same as the Wade Smith Five of Wands. Most people, they see it, they think of a battle. They have
Mm-hmm.
they have these big stabs and everything. Now, from the beginning, going back multiple decades, we won't say how many, and I first looked at the Five of Wands, I'm like, to me it looks like a bunch of guys that didn't read the instructions and can't figure out how to put something together.
Yes. Yep.
But Michelle, look closely. Look what Llewellyn did. Or, well, not Llewellyn, but Anne Ferguson that
And
did the drawing.
Ferguson, yeah.
Look. She
There's
added
the
the
instructions.
instructions. Yes.
Yes.
She freaking read my mind.
Yep.
So, and if you look closely at them holding the poles, this version compared to the Five of Wands in the original Wade Smith, it's so close, but it's subtly, if you look really hard, it's different. The way they're holding the poles, the way they're standing, it's very less aggressive to each other. So you could still take it as an argument, as a battle, if you want to use, some of the original meanings of the card, but
Yeah.
she's made it more obvious, especially with the instructions down here in the corner, that they're trying to put up a tent or something and they can't fricking figure out how to do it,
Yep.
which I absolutely
Exactly.
love,
Yes.
But the first thing that came to mind was tent, and I'm like going, oh well, maybe Aurora's going to go camping or something like that,
Yeah.
And so my advice is, take the instructions with you, and and this
Yes.
and this one, the wedding, have a great time at the wedding. And then real quick for Gloria, I think wanted something general. She came in the tail end of a previous
Mhm.
show, and now she's doing it again,
Yep.
And I asked her if she wanted something general. So look, I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting here. My birthday's in July, I think she said. No, that's Aurora.
Yeah, that's
Where's
her and
Gloria?
Dan.
I'm trying to find Gloria. Yeah, because they're talking about their birthdays. It's like, why don't they get together? Jeez, them and their birthdays.
Right. Yes.
Okay,
She
so
was on
she
the tail
never.
end.
I don't think she ever answered me because I said, "So Gloria, just a message from the universe." Then, but that's
She
okay.
said yes.
This is what we're gonna go with. Okay, so
Yep.
what I got for you is a very simple message. It's the Eight of Cups. Eight is abundance in numerology, and there's two obvious abundant eights in tarot, and there's two not so obvious. And this is one of the not so obvious ones, like the Eight of Swords, where you look at it and you go, okay, but what does that have to do with abundance? Okay, this is one of the secrets to abundance, and that is, and what the message is coming through for you, Gloria, is you need to let go of all the emotional baggage, whether it's relationships or past jobs, or I don't know, but there's stuff in your past that you're clinging to that's preventing you from moving forward. Okay. And that's what the universe wants you to know. And just to see what else I would get, I pulled another card and got the priestess. They don't call it the high priestess. They call it the priestess, which is Gearedwin. Gearedwin. Let's see if I can get that in there. Gearedwin. And I mean, she's like, melding into the surrounding, becoming the plant matter behind her here. But what I want to say about the priestess here is there's the body of water. That's your psyche. That is the spirit realm. That is the subconscious. That is your higher self, your psychic abilities. That's what water is, like that. And just like in the high priestess. And so it's talking about your psychic ability and developing your psychic ability, listening to your gut instincts and intuition, but even more about your actual skills, I think. So let go of the baggage, get rid of the blocks, and you need to move forward with this. Become the high priestess is what I'm getting. Awesome sauce. And
Awesome.
pretty much that's all we have time for. I mean, it's like after 8, folks.
Yeah.
I think we had one more phone. We might be able to get to one more phone call. There's one more phone call hanging on. Let's go to 434 and see if we can squeeze them in. Are you there, 434? Switchboard's
Yes,
hanging
I'm
up.
here.
Oh, hi. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi. Khalil, I'm calling from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Khalil.
Khalil. Okay, Khalil.
How are you
Khalil.
tonight?
Virginia.
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
Good.
I went on a camping trip last Friday night, and I had an anxiety, and there was like a bunch of people that were helping me out, and one of them works in an office. He does white collar jobs, and most of his friends do. And the friends that helped me out, they were carrying knives that were like fixed pocket knives that you flip. They were tactical knives that were black, and it's basically what they did is they carried it. They carry it in the parks and stuff. And one of them was actually one of them had a van, a little white van, and it was basically one of those new BMW vans. And I was wondering if they were first responders.
Well, that's a really interesting question. It's like, who were the mysterious people with the tactical knives going into the van? That's crazy. I don't know if any of y'all want to pull cards on that, but
Was that so? Is the question were the people with the tactical knives first
first
responders?
responders, yes, exactly. And let's see. Okay, so I got the Magician and I got the 6 of Wands. Both of them are fat yes cards. One's a major arcana, which is a really big fat yes, and 6 of Wands is a card of success. But yeah, definitely looks like that to me. That's what I would take from these cards. But did anybody else pull a card just for fun? I don't know.
I did not.
I got yes.
One night I didn't bring my I didn't pull out my pendulum, but
Well, I got the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups.
Oh, both yes.
2 yeses.
Yeah. It looks
pendulum also says yes.
And the pendulum says yes. There you go. There you go, Khalil. Thanks for the call. Sorry for rushing, but we were supposed to be out of here a long time ago. And I know when we do I'm sorry, your voice went roar. I couldn't make out what you were saying, Michelle.
Did we ever answer Richie's question?
No, we're gonna do that now, but
okay.
Yeah. We didn't miss it. It was just that we had questions before. His is like the last.
Yeah.
His is the last question.
Okay.
And yeah, I was gonna go back to that one, but we were talking on the Monday show about like expanding, like when we have multiple hosts on, doing a longer show. So maybe we'll do that in the future. See, my big thing is it starts to get so late here, and there's other people in the household and they go to sleep early, and 8 o'clock is bedtime.
Yep.
So if we started at 6:30, 7:30 is 1 hour, and I like to keep it at the 1 hour or maybe 8,
Right.
and that's the reason why I don't like going 2 hours. Now, if we do a daytime show, we can do as long as we want.
Exactly.
It's the nighttime show, so maybe we need to think about, hey, maybe we should throw a daytime show in during the week. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
maybe we'll try that next Thursday, if you guys are both available. Because
Yeah.
I don't think
yeah.
I don't think
Absolutely.
Ellie's going to be back for several weeks, till she's
Yeah.
stuff has calmed down. She's got so much going on, plus her new Muggle job and everything. So, Richie,
Yeah.
do you see my career moving in near future? Right now, I don't see anything happening. Okay. Well, that kind of a question and what's going on, before I ever get the cards out, I go to the whole, do you want it to? See, because when you ask a question like, I don't see anything happening, well, what are you doing to make it happen? Remember, you have to be the magician card. You have to manifest it, which, by the way, is hilarious because the last two cards I pulled for the last person I read for was the magician card, which is Richie, and shoot, now I forgot it. The other card for the last person, the magician card, and shoot, now I can't remember what it was, but it was this hilarious synchronicity where I don't know if you said the same, got the exact same card. You did. You got the exact same card, Michelle.
Yeah.
And anyway, just wanted to point out the synchronicities. So I just have to say stuff like that. Like, it's not about life happening to you. Yeah, we can pull cards, we can take a look. Anything we see is potential outcomes. We're looking the trajectory you're on now, whether you're going to be going to a certain point or not. But we have free will. So when someone says to me, do you see my career moving in the future? I don't see anything happening right now. It's like, well, what are you doing to make it happen? You have to create your future, not just sit there and it's like, well, maybe my career will take off on its own somehow. So I just want to
The
throw
job,
out that
the
caveat.
career fairy will come around.
But let's see what we get. Pull some cards, folks. See what we get.
I did the pendulum. Pendulum says no, his job's not going anywhere.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. I can pull cards and get a no. And then does that mean that's true? Well, it does now because we only can make a reading in the now. So the trajectory you're on right now is you're not headed towards success. And so of course it's going to say no. Right? But you can make it happen. And it has a lot to do with figuring out really what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I pulled a couple of cards and I got the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this is new possibility. This is great. But there's an issue. We're in this garden, this really nice garden, but you have to leave the garden. You have to step outside of your comfort zone, Richie, to be successful, for your career to move forward. You can't do it where you are right now. Likewise, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. If what you're doing now is not working, you got to step out of your comfort zone, think outside of the box to make it happen. It's all here right in this one card. But I did pull a second card, and that is the Page of Cups. And, you know, look at all that water splashing around. I love that, you know, and the fish is popping out of the cup and he's staring at that. This could be a message about your career coming through. But one of the things I'm feeling about this, because it's the cup cards, is what is going to be emotionally satisfying for you? You know, not just your career taking off, you know, like monetarily and things like that. A real success is doing something that is emotionally fulfilling. So that's a little clue. What I said in the beginning there, that do you know exactly what you want in your career? Because you have to have the specific goal.
Mhm.
In other words, if you're going to go on a trip and you pop in your car there, you sit down, you turn on the GPS, you have to know what to type in. You need to have the address, right? Or nowadays it's, you know, maps.google.com. Anyway, but the Maps app, you know, so you've got to know where you want to go. So what's going to be emotionally satisfying? Okay. And then you've got to go for it and step outside of your comfort zone.
Yep.
Anybody else got any input for Richie?
Well,
Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
oh, okay. I got the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. But our guy here is going away from his opportunities.
Ooh.
So even though you have some opportunities, which is the Seven of Cups here, you're not looking at what the opportunities really are, because there's opportunities that you're looking at and you're looking at them like, oh, that's not for me. Oh, that's not possible. Oh, nope, not going to happen. And so you're walking away, or he's riding his horse away, but you're walking away from these opportunities, possibilities, because you're not looking at them as opportunities. You are attached to the outcome that you want, and you're not seeing that these other side jobs can be some of those outcomes.
Mm.
And so that's what I have for you.
Yeah, I was just going to add, I quickly drew a card as well, and it was just talked about manifestation and using, you know, but that ties into what Dak said. You have to know what you want, and then you can manifest. You know, you can start manifesting a new job that will take you someplace better. But you know, in the meantime, you know, you have a lot of tools that you've learned in the job that you have that you can take and utilize and go forward into something better. It doesn't have to be the same, but it can be something that's going to be better, that will make you happy. But you have to manifest it, and you have to do a little bit of work to put you there. Otherwise, you know, the pendulum, like you said, you know, right where we sit right now, pendulum says no. But, you know,
Yep.
that's just at this moment in time. You can change that. So
yeah,
I hope that helped out. Oh, I was going to ask Michelle, you got your fireplace now. So when Christmas time comes around, you're going to have stockings hanging?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know it.
Yeah. So, okay, I think Sunshine and some other people might have came in towards the end, but we are out of time. We're getting out of here. So remember, Sunday show, you're going to love Pamela. She's great. And Charlotte and I will be back on Monday. And
Monday.
Michelle and I'll be here Wednesday. And then maybe we'll do it. If I think about it, you guys got to remind me to change the time zone and everything and all the settings. Maybe we'll do a day show on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just have to see
We've
if
been a day show for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I've been doing them on the weekends, you know, and Michelle shows during the day, and the Pamela show on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Pamela makes it's always during the day, but during the week we've been doing all night shows, and it's because
Yeah.
it it is easier. I get a lot more done. You know, I don't have to set up for the show in the middle of the day, but you know, I just got to look at some logistics. I got to see if, you know, do we have deliveries coming that day and when they're coming and things like that. But we'll shoot for that. But
Okay.
thanks everybody for being here. And we'll see you on Sunday or sometime next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Mary
Bye-bye.
Ellen.
Good
Sending
night, John Boy.
massive love to everybody.
I missed that. I haven't done that since Mary.
Right?
So